Hi, Chesney. My name's Daphne, obviously. Good to have your next essays. Thank you very much. You are working so hard. Really, really fantastic work. So, dear sir, madam, and regards is absolutely fine here. Formal letter of complaint. I'm writing to inform you of an experience I had at the Golden Kitchen restaurant in Mumbai on the 22nd of February at 8 o'clock. 22nd of February. Um, maybe, I don't think, I don't think you need at 8 o'clock. I would put here maybe just when I visited the restaurant, maybe, or your restaurant with my family to have dinner. The waiting staff took our order quickly, but served us. I don't think you need to repeat dinner again. Served us after an hour of waiting, even after patiently waiting. So you've had waiting and waiting, even after maybe instead of that, put this delay. I just don't want you to repeat yourself. So even after this delay, or this hour-long delay, you'd have to say this hour-long delay, the food finally served to us was cold and stale. We tried to get an explanation from the staff for the low food quality, but no one addressed our concerns. Good. At the end, we left the, or finally, we left the restaurant around 10 without, again, because you've got consumption. Yes, it's consuming's here, but this is consumption, which you've got there. I would say maybe without eating food or eating anything. Um, so I would take out that. I say without eating anything served, as we were genuinely worried about whether the food was safe for consumption. So just watch out for repeating yourself, even though you're changing the word form, maybe just because you have got such a good vocab, maybe just show a different word. After such an unpleasant experience, I would not wish to visit your restaurant ever again. Absolutely. I would say here, I do not wish to visit because that's emphatic use of do. So you're putting a lot of emphasis on that word. I do not want to wish to, do not wish to visit your restaurant ever again, and would, that's lovely, request if you could at the earliest, well done, get my money refunded to the bank. Yeah, fantastic, well done, lovely. I wait your prompt response. Good. Now, it does say, yes, what do you want to happen? Yeah, that's fine, you want your refund. Good, okay, lovely, well done. Good letter, absolutely perfect there. Really good work. Now, this is nice, well done. A few people take their family with them when they go on a business trip. Is this positive or negative? To what extent do you support this development? Yeah, quite unusual question, isn't it? I mean, you never know with IELTS, do you? Industry watchers throughout the world have reported an increase in the number of people who take their families along with them when they go on official trips. Some critics feel this practice sets the wrong precedent, but personally I strongly disagree. Fantastic. This essay will argue that the benefits of, now you've put having the families travel with business people is fine, but I've just put instead maybe including partners and children on business trips. So instead of family, I put partners and children is more advantageous than disadvantageous. And we'll use examples. So you could put is advantageous if you're worried about the word count, because this is quite long. We'll use examples from da, 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 da. Yep, lovely. So you're on 400 words. Can you do this in 40 minutes? If you can, amazing. If you can't, then just cut it down a little bit. Okay, so on the one hand, there's ample evidence to prove individuals are happier going on long business trip tours if their families travel with them. Two fundamental reasons for this. Firstly, such trips create opportunities to explore and experience new places with loved ones in a fast-paced world where people struggle to make time for each other. Now, this is lovely, lovely writing, but I think what we need to do, such trips often create opportunities to explore and experience new places with loved ones in a fast-paced world where people sometimes. So what I'm doing is putting in these little words these are hedging words, which we've talked about before with could and would and might, could, may, might. These are words which show that this isn't always true. So you're distancing yourself. It's like you're taking a step back from the essay, which makes it more academic. Secondly, travellers tend to be less stressed and exhibit high productivity levels. So again, I think you need to have usually. All these words are very useful. Just make a note of them. Just to do with, like, as we say, distancing, and exhibit higher productivity when their families travel with them, or just when their families are with them, literally. I don't think you need to repeat business. For example, recent studies by the British Psychological Institute demonstrated that 60% of all travellers choose to take their families with them, stating that maybe being together rather than having their family nearby, because it's getting a bit repetitive, this, stating that being together, because we know what you mean by now, helps alleviate their mental health. Elevate the mental health. Sorry, yes, good. Therefore, it could be said that most people are choosing to travel with their families. Yes. It could be said that I would say instead, including families on such trips might improve. So I'd go, including families on such trips might improve. Yeah. The business professionals health and well-being. And why is that a good thing? Leading to increased, you said productivity, didn't you? Leading to more successful outcomes. Okay, so just to finish off that idea, but otherwise, fantastic paragraph. Really, really nice writing there. On the other hand, although there's a case for being preoccupied or distracted from work responsibilities if they have their families close by, the positive impact of having families in the same location cannot be overstated. This practice is also advantageous for organisations, as they do not need to pay for the employee's fortnightly return to base locations, as the families are already with the employee. Are nice. So that would be on longer trips. Visit locations during longer assignments. So obviously, if they're staying there for many months rather than just a short week or something like that. So I would specify that. Recent research by the Indian Airport Authority demonstrated that 90% of business travellers do not return to. Do we have to repeat base locations? Could we find another word for that? Until project completion, if their families have also travelled with them. Hey, nice conditional sentence there. Good work. Thus, it may be stated that having families travel, that relocating families or encouraging families. I'm just a bit worried about this. Having families travel with the person is getting a little bit repetitive here. Maybe financially advantageous for organisations. Absolutely. Good. From the arguments and examples given, I strongly advocate that families traveling with business person. Again, let's just find another way around this. Benefits not only the individual physical and mental well-being, but also, so let's get in there, get benefit, let's get in there, not only, just to show a bit more grammar, and then you'd have in here, but the practice is also financially cost-effective for an organisation. It's predicted that such combined work and family travels will increasingly grow in importance and popularity as people increase foreign trips for business purposes. Good, lovely. What a super essay. For me, you have always been writing on a band 7, and you've just pushed, for me, this essay is absolutely above that. It's very clearly organized. It's very easy to read. It's interesting. You've got a lot of great language in there. Good to show me as much great grammar as you possibly can. So you've got your conditional in here. So throw in this little bit as well here. You had a nice participle clause in there somewhere. I can't remember where that was. But you're showing me some really good grammar as well. So absolutely bang on. Well done. Super work.